So the US and Iran war, how does this affect your real estate business for real estate agents and also for the landlords? Okay. First up, we know that the US actually attacked Iran. US and Israel attacked Iran on, I think, 28th of February, if I'm not mistaken, as per this article here you can see. Then the reason that we are so concerned is because of this stretch of sea, just a very small canal, 33 kilometers only, from Oman to Iran, called the Straits of Hormuz. Okay, I think by now a lot of other media have covered why is this small place so important. But I just want to share with you the main point is that 20% of the oil, the world's oil production pass through this canal. Okay, so if Iran were to block the canal or the ships can't pass through to deliver all the oil, know what will happen? Supply will drop, demand will increase. So oil prices will increase. Already during the war, the oil prices already spiked 13%. So that's besides the point. When oil prices right increase, even our PM, Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, also has come out to assure us that the subsidy of for us, a Malaysian citizen, 199 per liter, RM 199 per liter will remain. Okay? However, this can't be said for the same for all the sectors. When war happens, historically and always, things will increase, price will increase because the transportation cost will increase. Everything involves oil. Okay? Logistics, everything you see involves oil. And right now, when you cut the world's oil supply, yes, there are countries who are producing oil. They may actually sell, they may actually sell lesser and use for themselves. For a country who is importing oil and depend a lot on oil imports, you can see the inflation spike like crazy lah. Okay, so for Malaysians, right, what does this mean to us? This means the cost of doing business is increasing. Your food, your transportation, everything will increase. Okay, I've just spoken to some of my contractors. They say that they haven't heard from their suppliers, right, about the price increase, but they expect a ripple effect. Okay, so when this ripple effect is going to take place, usually it's about 3 to 4 weeks, a month. So right now, as you're enjoying the Bazaar Ramadan, right, landlords, if you're enjoying the Bazaar Ramadan, if you have a house that not yet rent, it's going to get tougher for you, especially if you are dependent, your place is dependent on foreigners to rent. I'm feeling the effect now, because I have foreign clients who come from that part of the world, West Asia. Even if you are not from West Asia, okay, the global uncertainty, right, will make you actually cancel your flight also. Some of the people I know already cancel their flight. So less travel, less chance for you to get the tenants that you want. Landlords, if your unit is vacant during Ramadan now, please do something. Okay, don't wait until Raya. Please do not wait until Raya, because after Raya, things, if predictions are okay and follow through, the cost of goods will increase, everything will increase, and your prospects, right, would have spent their money for Raya, to celebrate Hari Raya, and they have no money to rent after that. Okay, so when they have no money to rent, your pool of tenants gets smaller, but the supply of the units will get more. I'm seeing this from my own place, from the place that I'm covering now. The supply is getting more and more units are in the market right now. Last time I can easily rent out 1 or 2 units a week. That is excluding other agents. But now I'm seeing more and more units. More and more owners are contacting me to rent out their units, and their units are beautifully done. Last time they can get that price. Example, let's just say 3,000. Right now, it's very hard. Very hard. Even I have many viewings. I still can't close. Okay? Don't say local, don't say foreigner, all same. All same, huh? Still can't close, because they have too many options. Too many options. So what can you do as a landlord in this current situation? So much uncertainty. And your unit is still sitting in the market. So if your unit has been sitting on the market 1 month, you have lost a lot, no, in terms of interest. Okay? Let's just say you are paying 3,000 a month. Remember, 80% of that is interest. And then you still want a 3,000 rental just to cover your installment. I suggest you reduce it. 80% of your installment is already enough because you are covering the interest. Okay? 80% of your installment, meaning your rental is about 2,400. It's better than leaving it vacant for another month. Okay? So you can gauge the market when you see the real estate agent, right? Bring the prospect. Whenever there's prospect, the agent bring the prospect, usually the agent will update you. That's what I do for my clients. So this is what I do. Whenever I show the unit, of course the keys I must have. The keys I have, then whenever I show the unit, I will update the landlord. Before I even show the unit, I will pass the profile. Okay. Sometimes I cannot make it, or the landlord is too busy to reply. I know what the criteria the landlord wants. I just bring and then I show. I say, okay, this person came just now. So whenever there's offer, only I go back to the landlord. Okay? And that's what all agents do. Some agents, right, they take your key, then they will show, but they don't update you. Once got offer, only they contact you. But you must at least ask your agent, hi, is there any prospect? Then get their feedback. How many people have seen? Most of the time, right, people in this part of the world, they ghost you. They don't tell you no, they just straight away ghost you. If they ghost you, then the answer is no. No need to follow up. Okay? So if you see there's like 2 or 3 people come and view, then there's no offer, most likely your price is still high because there's too many options. If there's no viewing at all, or the price is already too high for the area, that is the general rule of thumb. So again, landlords, revisit your price. Second is your filter criteria. Okay, filtering criteria. I know everyone has a bias for certain race, certain country people, certain foreigners. I know you have your bias, and I know sometimes you heard other people have the same bad experience, or you yourself have that bad experience. I don't discount your experience. All I'm asking is that you relook back your filter criteria. Because, like I mentioned many times before, we don't control the demand in the area. We don't. Nobody can. Okay. If you cut out that certain people from that country or that certain race, and that area attracts that certain race or that country people or whatever people that you don't want, okay, you are actually effectively cutting out majority of your tenant pool. Can you stand holding? If you can stand, then it's okay. Okay, if you can stand, it's okay. But if you cannot do these 2 things, like I mentioned, revise your pricing, check your qualifying criteria. That's all. Okay. So for real estate agents, how is this going to affect you? You know that this war, if as it goes on, you are going to also suffer because the tenant, your prospects also have less spending power. You spend on living expenses, less spending power to rent. So what you can do right now is to get more listings and close as many as you can. Okay? Close as many as you can to prepare for the rainy days. And you might want to consider to go to another channel. For example, let's just say now you do a whole unit rental for that one condominium. Second, while for cash flow sake, you might think of, hey, maybe I do the room rentals for the same condo that I'm living in. Since I'm already staying here, why not I just show the rooms? And I work with room rental operators. Anybody got rooms to rent? Okay. Or remember, when living costs, expenses increase, a lot of people also very hard to pay their loan, right? So revisit your sellers. For those sellers that you're working with, have the situation changed for them? Maybe because of the increase in the oil prices, increase in cost, their business cannot sustain. So they need to let go of the property. So they are more willing to negotiate, correct? Yeah. So go back to the sellers and find new listings to sell. Now the sellers are more willing to negotiate. You won't know as long as you have not tried lah. Okay. So that's it for me lah. I personally also hope that this war end as fast as possible. But these are things that we cannot control. It's called a black swan event. What we can do is just to adapt as best as we can. Alright. So this is Kenny here from Property Stories. I'll see you again next video. And I hope it helps. Bye.